Hello and welcome back to RC Scale Studios. My name's Kenny, and I was going to talk about the airflow over this car just a little bit here. Let me try to get you on the front right. There we go. Anyways, what I've been noticing on a lot of the videos out there, the guys right off the bat are saying throw these away. And I was going to do the same thing too. You know, I figured, and I cut these ones down, but stock, they come all the way across here straight, so it's a lot of downforce and a lot of direct drag right there. So that's too much. You don't want that much. However, depending on how fast you're trying to go to set up the car for that speed, you're probably going to want some here, and you don't really need a bunch more downforce on it, I don't think. But with the airs coming here, if you think about this as being more of a ramp, the air is going to come here and hit, and if you're going fast enough, the air will come right up here and just come here. It should end up right here. So it creates that airflow just flowing straight up and over all this. Okay? And if you can get that air to come up over here and come right here, then you got a nice airflow going there. That'll work great. But if you take these off entirely, the air is going to come over this front. It'll still give you downforce that you need, and plenty of it. It's kind of been proven out there. Guys doing 150 miles an hour in this front of his car staying down fine without these on. So, however, when that air comes straight over here and straight through, it hits these shocks and these arms here and everything, and just starts going crazy. Then it hits this. So you got two balls of air, turbulence going wild, hitting this. And you don't want that at high speeds. You want a good airflow of some sort, even with an open wheel cart. An open wheel cart, it's really hard to get any kind of airflow, really, because these things are sticking out all over the place and making it hard on a guy. Anyways, so my idea was to go ahead and leave a little bit of this. These are going to have to be fastened down better. You don't want this movement that you're seeing there. And so I might even fix them down, and I want to get this edge. I don't want the air going all up in here and all in the sides here, so I want to get this all cleaned up so this is all nice and firm here and no air's going where we don't want. And then I'm thinking at high speed the air's going to hit here and travel right up here for me, and that should be good. And I think that the amount of drag I'm creating here is probably going to be a lot less than the air being turmoiled here and hitting here. So I think I can clean this flow up a little bit. Now on the bottom, it's kind of the question here. Now down here, there's some plates that you can put in down here that keeps this air out and going straight across, which I think I'm probably going to make some and put them in to keep that air coming straight across here. However, I kind of have a feeling that maybe that air, if you block that off, that might affect this. Because the air, what little air is going under the splitter, because there will be some going under it no matter what, but the air that comes under that splitter, as soon as it gets to the back side of the splitter, it's going to come up. Okay? It's coming like this, and it's probably actually creating pressure of some sort, and it's going to come under the splitter, and it's going to come up right in this area up. And when that comes up there, this is coming up here. So now you got two airs coming this way, underneath and on top, coming upwards. So if it goes under the splitter and up, and this is coming up, this should all it should suck that right in with it and just vacuum it right up over the top. That's what I'm thinking. All we can do is play with it and see. So that's what I'm thinking on the front here. And there is one more thing. These right here, I don't know, but I would like to talk to somebody from Arma or their intent and design of these little very thin plastics pieces out here. Now, I remember back when we did slot cars when we were kids. We used to put these things on our slot cars, and the faster you go, the further out they bend. And these things will bend out like that and create downforce on our slot cars, and those slot cars will go full out through the turns and never fly off the track because it just sucked down to the track. Faster you go, faster, harder it pushes down. And I'm thinking on this car, with these being super thin like this, if this is a fine tuning of your down pressure in the front. The faster you go, they're going to bend out and create more and more downflow or down pressure. So I'm thinking this could fine tune this. You know, this you're going to have kind of ridges because it's going to be a lot of area pushing down. So you get down to one spot there with that, and this just trims it out just to get it to the sweet point. Maybe. And these could be trimmed, I'm sure, to make that work that way. A lot of testing with that. We'll see how we do. The rest of this thing right here, not much with it. Trimmed off the back stuff back here. Cut out a area right here and cut this little cone out to put on top of that for my receiver here. So I like getting my receiver where I have good access to it so I can do what I want because I'm always changing stuff around. And then as far as the body went, Velcro on the sides here, and on that itself too. And I used it in here on these, some places in here too on these sensors. And real quick on this Velcro stuff, there is a couple brands that are kind of super cool, and this one right here, there we go. This stuff right here, this 3M dual lock is really cool stuff. It's not like our old Velcro, the hook and loop that we're used to that just kind of tears back and forth and all that. This stuff is like a snap, kind of. It literally snaps together. When you push it together, you can feel it, oops, you can feel it snap into place. It's like a snap on your clothes, really. It snaps into place. Super strong. Super, super strong. Super cool. If you go like this, you can pull it apart. Any other way, it isn't coming apart. So really neat stuff here. A little bit pricey, but you know, you can do like your whole car pretty much with it for like maybe $5. So it's still not bad. It's still a little pricey. Now, the other one, this is made, I think it was by 3M. And this other one that I tried was made by literally Velcro brand, which was pretty good too. But that's the one with the red back on it. That's the Velcro brand one. And it's very similar. It does snap in place and everything like that. And the only difference that I really found was the backing on it, where you stick it on, is a lot thicker. I don't know if I can get that in there so you can see. Not that it's a big deal, but the backing on the Velcro one's a lot thicker. So this one seems to be the hot ticket. I like this one. And I ran it down here, and I ran it on the inside here, and this thing is on here really, really good. And then in here with these sensors, I use the Velcro one, and you can see they're kind of sticking out far, and that lets it kind of do this little wobbly stuff, and I don't care for that much. It's not going anywhere. They're on there good. They snap on. I mean, look at that. It's on there. But I don't like it sticking out far like that, so I'm probably going to go through here and redo these with the thinner stuff. Because if you use the thinner, it just gets it in closer. And I'll show you a quick sample of that. I don't know if you can see it from there. But it's just a lot thinner. Quite a bit thinner, like almost 1/8 of an inch between all. 1/8 of an inch thinner. Almost. It's a lot. Then also what I did now with this airflow on this thing, you know, we don't want a bunch of air coming through the center, but there's going to be air coming through here, and it's going to be kind of messy as it is. So what I did inside of here with this big hump here, I was thinking the air is going to be coming, any air that comes in here is going to come up into this top section here and start rolling around and doing whatever, and then try to come out. Once again, a bunch of turbulence inside of your body right here. Some of the guys are using this area for, you know, the electronics and stuff on the inside. They're clamping it to the bar, and that's all cool too. What I did on this is I kept my stuff down low on the side of the bar, and then went ahead and put a clear piece of plastic on the inside here, so when any air that's coming through here isn't going to go up into the top there. That's clear plastic right there. And I had some carbon fiber I just threw on real quick around the outside. And that really stiffens the body. Like, I mean, this thing is like really super stiff. And I just brushed on some resin real quick, cut some strips of carbon fiber, no big deal. Threw it in, paintbrush, and a clear piece of plastic right here. This is really thin plastic. I don't remember how thick it is, but it's really thin stuff. It's not real thick. Anyway, so the air is going to come through the car, hopefully. What I'm thinking, it'll stay under that plastic and just, it'll keep it from coming here and going crazy. Clean up, keep the air as clean as possible coming through whatever gets in there. And like I said, those 2 front plates, I'm still debating on what to do. I'll probably make some, try it with, try it without, and see what happens, because it's kind of hard to say. But all this, I'm happy with all this so far here. The last things I need to do, as far as I can tell, like, well, I got the antennas on here. Just fill some holes, put some little zipper straps here. Back here, I just use a keychain ring to hook the parachute up to the lever here. I need to bring that in a little closer. You'll probably see that really good on the other video anyways too. But yeah, just a keychain. That's it. And that'll launch the parachute. That servo right there will pull the little pin out right there. And the chute comes out of the bag. And hopefully that's going to slow this car way down real fast. Because I'm going to stay on this car probably farther than, or longer than I'm probably going to. I'm going to stay on longer than I should, I'm sure of it. Then again, depending on how we're looking when it passes me, hopefully we're going fast enough at that point I don't have to do any stupid stuff. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get some more work done here. So, if you want to hang out for a few minutes, I'll show you what I'm doing with this real quick, and I think I should turn this thing around a little bit better. And this is just finishing up small things on the car real quick. The servo in the back here, that you probably can't see. Anyways, it just needs to be mounted a little better. I just have a little piece of tape on it. So what I did is I found these little plastic motor mounts that are off of like a micro airplane or something. And kind of looks like this here. How did you see that? Just a little plastic thing, and there's what I chopped it up into. That way this will mount that servo to this with a couple little tiny screws. You know, I don't want to depend on the double back tape, which is nowadays they have some double back tape that is unbelievable. Seriously, but I'm not going to trust it just to that. So anyways, to get it to work for what I have going here, I just cut one of the little tabs off with the Dremel, and then my servo was a little bit wider than the servo that was intended to go in here, so I just Dremel out the center there a little bit so my servo will fit in there too. And then that lets it go right on here, and it actually snaps right onto the servo just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little screw through the servo here and one little tiny screw into the arm right there. And I'll have one on both sides, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this real quick here. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and try to mount the GPS. Oh, and one more thing in the front here too, because there's 2 little magnets that go to this RPM sensor. And I'll tell you, miracle right here, miracle right here. There's 4 holes on that coupler that couples the engine to the differential. And I took one of the little set screws out, and the little magnet slid right into that little hole. And I have room to put a little bit of JB weld on there. So those, I could not believe, slid in that little hole, if you can imagine what I'm talking about. just a miracle down there. So my sensor will be able to sense the magnets as they spin around inside the coupler that's coupling the motor to the differential. Worked out really cool. I'm super happy and super lucky that worked that good. So I do need to get a little spot of JB Weld down in there and mount this. And mount this too. And this one is, what is that one? I forgot. That one is, ooh, this one is the magnetic one. This one goes there. I'm going to mount the wrong one there. I better pay attention. And this one is, what does that say on there? Kind of hard to read that thing. It's upside down. This one, oh, this one is temperature. Okay. So this one, that's easy. I'm just going to mount that right here by the motor because I want to do one temperature on the motor and RPM on one motor. Those are the only sensors I have right now, and I'm having a hard time getting more sensors. I have like one of each that comes with the radio, and I would like to set it up because you can put as many sensors as you want in here. They all just connect together, and then on your radio you go to whatever set of sensors you want, and you can pull it 4 or 5 at a time on your screen. So you can go these 5 sensors, these 5 sensors, these 5 sensors, however many you want. You could censor the thing silly. Anyways, super cool on those, but I'm trying to get the sensors. I would like temp sensors on the batteries, both motors, both batteries would probably be good. The 2 speed controls already have sensors in them that show up in the data and everything, I believe. I'm pretty sure about that. If not, we'd have a couple on there too, so that'd be like what, 6 heat sensors, you know, or temperature sensors. And then the RPM sensors I would like too, one on the front motor and the back motor, just to see, because if the back's spinning tires or the front spinning tires, I'm probably going to log higher RPM on the front or the back due to tires spinning maybe. So all this kind of data is going to help dial the car in and do whatever I need to do to do ridiculous numbers. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and do some chopping here with this Dremel real quick, and that way this one will be ready. Let's see if I'm going to do the right side. That's the bottom. That goes that way. So I'm going to cut this one off. Let's do that real quick. Alright, so it's got one little tab off, and then this needs to widen just a little bit. Just widen this up a little bit. It doesn't take much, but you gotta get it right on the money, or it's not gonna work. So, believe it or not, I'm making a lot of noise there, but I'm not removing much material. I'll tell you. Tell you what there to remove. Now, if I can find my X-Acto knife here, clean up a little bit of this plastic here that we don't want. Just like that. And that should do the trick there. I have another servo here that's the same kind. We'll see if it will fit in there. That's going that way. This one goes that way. Get that snap in. And it's not snapping in. It will snap in though. Give it just a minute here. I don't know if it's just a burr or if I need to grind a little more out. Alrighty, let's see. Huh. Looks like it should go in there, I think. Let's see, it goes that way. That's going that way. Like that. And nope, it's still hitting on something right here. Oh, I see it. Okay. He's a little more grinding here. Hang on. And then that'll snap in. Alright, that should do the trick there. I just got a little bit more out. I mean a little bit more out, not much. And we'll have a little something. Where is it? I need a little bit more. Geez. First one was real easy. This one. Okay, hopefully that did the trick. Jeez. Let's see, it goes that way, this goes this way, this way. Like that. There it goes. Popped right in. That's what we wanted. Alright. This one goes on the bottom of this servo, so we got one on both sides. Just like that. Snaps right on it. Just like so. I don't know if you want to see this or not, but I'll show you real quick just because. There they are, no big deal. These guys right here. And I just gotta drill two little holes right there. And I can get a screw in right there. And another one right there. And then get a regular screw right in the side and in the side, just normal right here where you do a servo, there and there, and that'll hold that thing on real good. I'm just going to use some little tiny screws. I'm leaving the double back tape too for extra support, but yeah, not bad, not bad. There's a little keychain ring, no big deal. Boom, boom, boom. Antennas, antennas. Alright. Okay, we are getting super close. Now right up here in the front, there's probably no way, but I'm going to try anyways. Ooh. Flip this turkey around. Now, let's see how good this camera is or isn't. Actually, you can see down in there. Now, right down here, I was tightening these things up, and that's where I ended up getting my magnet in there. Let me try to roll this forwards and see if you can see the magnets. Let's see. That's just a hole. I got to put one more lock screw in it. There's a lock screw, and there's the magnets. You see that? Can believe that. Those one, that is the magnet right there. Right there. That's the magnet. So that's going to spin, and that's going to give me my RPM. And I got to have this mounted down in here, somewhere down in here, to take the reading. So I'll be mounting this, and that gives us the RPM on that front motor. So if I get another one of those sensors, I would like to do that on the back also, especially since they go into the coupler so well. I can't believe it went right into those little holes in there. That was too cool. I love it. I love it. Alright. We're getting really close here. I'm going to go ahead and get this last screw in here because we don't want to leave any parts out, right? So I'll get that. And I'll go ahead and take a short break here. And when we come back, we'll do a little bit more video. I'm not even sure what is next. Oh, I'll be mounting. I'll go ahead and start mounting these little sensors because I got 4 of these things to mount. They're easy. Most of them are pretty easy. So we'll do those 1, 2, 3. Just trying to, I don't know, make a little video. If you guys are bored and you're sitting around, you know. This is kind of a cool build. It's a little unusual, so hopefully you like it and you're having a little bit of fun watching at least, you know. Bust out some popcorn or whatever. I'll go ahead and just keep making some shorties like this and have a little fun.